All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Luca. Hello, T. Hello, Mystery Theater and Zarmagus. Welcome back to Remember 11. Last time we even got more answers from the evil Uni, who it turns out, hello, Victor. Welcome to the stream. It turns out that he apparently didn't swap at all, rather because of people going in and out of the teleporting screen at extremely opportune times, they were able to get separated from the group. And apparently the evil Uni did this on purpose for some unknown reason. So apparently they really are in 2011 in one time, and oh, hello. Oh, hey, welcome to the stream. And 2012 in the other. But I think what they said was that Satoru is always in 2012 and Kokoto is always in 2011. It's just the areas that are swapping around. Like, and the bodies. Like, for some reason, Kokoto's mind will always be in 2011, and Satoru's mind will always be in 2012. We don't know his reasons, Serene. Welcome to the stream. Like, he's still being like what was up with him? We didn't find out his reasons. We just found out what he did. We have no idea what his reasons are. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Let's get back into it. We didn't find out. In fact, we didn't find out the reason behind anything. We just found out the methodology on how this is all happening. But we did not find a reason for anything. Hello, Emiya. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Relast. Welcome to the stream. Wow. Okay, good. Everybody's here. So, here's a choice. Why would I want to kill you? I think I'll choose that one. Why would I want to kill you? What would I gain from that? Oh. And another thing that we've basically deduced is that there's a third person, that very likely that there's a third person swapping into Satoru's body. So there's a third location, maybe somewhere. And maybe this might tie. Now, what I think is happening is that. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you my theory for how the ending happened of Kokoto's side. I mean, then why wouldn't. If Uni was being all on the up and up, why wouldn't he just say what's going on from the beginning? Like, seriously. Or at least rather than be all, like, really suspicious. Like, why is he being, like, all creepy and shit if he's doing this for purely altruistic reasons? So I don't fully trust him, the cabin Uni. So anyway, what my theory of what happened to on Kokoto's side now is basically, remember what happened right before the ending. Kokoto left and spent a long time out in the woods. So basically, I think that broke her free of the cycle, and everyone followed her as well. So basically, then I think what must have happened is that's probably why Satoru couldn't. There were no swaps after the one final one, which I'm pretty sure might have happened. I think we already went through the last swap. I'm not sure. But because Hotori's talking about the guy that he quote-unquote killed. And who is the third person anyway? So I think that the reason why Kokodo saw the ocean was due to that. Was due to that she left the teleporting area and came back. Alright, let's get back to the story. So you killed that man because you had something to gain. Listening to her, I finally understood the meaning of that too. She thinks I'm the one who murdered Enomoto. Though I'm getting pretty fed up with this, I answer her.
あれは心のしたことだ。
Uh-oh. That was Kokodo.
俺の意識が直接手を下したわけじゃない。
My personality isn't directly responsible for it.
だとしても責任はサトルにあるわけでしょ。
But still, it's your responsibility, right?
サトルの体がしたことなんだもん。
Because it was your body.
サトルが償わなくっちゃ。
Don't you have to make up for it somehow?
確かに普通はそうだよな。
Ordinarily, you'd be right.
普通の状況ならそうだ。
Under ordinary circumstances, that is.
でもな、
But you know what?
俺は今非日常的なとんでもなく特殊な状況に置かれてるんだ。
Right now, I am in an extraordinary and ridiculously unique situation.
一般的な基準は俺には当てはまらない。
The normal criteria don't apply to me.
どう特殊だっていうの？
Unique how?
話しても信じてもらえないよ。
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. No, really, go ahead, try me. I just might.
そんなのわからないじゃ
You don't know that for sure.
ん。もしかしたら私も同じ境遇に巻き込まれてるのかもしれないわけだし。
If that's true. Even, like, what if she also has DID and someone evil swapped into her at that moment? Like, that's also, it's possible that she does have multiple personalities, but the killer personality may not actually be her. So, that begs the question of who really did kill all those people and why. If she was also caught up in a swapping situation. I might have been caught up in the very same situation. For an instant, all of my thoughts grind to a halt. Same situation? What the?
ねえ、教えてよ、どう特殊なのか。
Come on, tell me. Unique how?
もしかして霊に取りつかれちゃってるとか、そういうやつ？
Like being possessed by some kind of spirit. Is that it?
うん、まあ似たようなもんだ。
Well, yes, something like that. I answer perfunctorily. I'm far more concerned about why she said the same situation. I opened my mouth wanting to ask her about it. But...
そっか、やっぱりそうなんだ。
I see, just as I thought.
冬川心って女の子、死んじゃってるんだもんね。
That's not true. The woman called Fuyukawa Kokodo is dead, right? Those words are like a blow that sent everything I've been thinking about flying away, leaving no trace. A cold shiver runs along my spine. I hold my breath and let out a raspy voice.
どうしてそんなこと？
Why are you?
これだよ。
It's this. Oh. She tosses me the thing she has behind her back. Hits my shoulder and falls to the ground with a thud. I can neither catch nor dodge it. With my body like this, even picking it up is a difficult task. But there's no need to waste my strength. Oh, I know what she's doing. What's fallen to the floor is, as I suspected, a magazine. On the front cover is the printed heading, Current Events Weekly / July 21st issue.
なんでお前がこれ？
Where did you?
見つけたの。
I found it.
マットレスの下に隠してあるの。
Hidden under the mattress.
人の部屋勝手に漁んなよ。
Don't go rummaging around people's rooms like that.
いけなかった？
I shouldn't. Now, if I recall correctly, someone else was doing that to me.
当たり前だろ。
Of course not.
ってことはメモ用紙に書いてあったことに
Oh. Oh. Which means I should never have the stuff written on that notepad either. My body slumps and I hang my head. The notepad contains every conversation I've had with Kokodo since the beginning. We wrote everything about the personality exchange, about the person out to kill me, and part wherein Hotori might be the culprit. Okay, so she was the one editing his notes, probably.
悟ってなんていうか
Satoru, how do I say this?
本当に言っちゃってる人なんだね。
She's dead, you know.
あそこに書かれてたこと読んでわかったよ。
I understood after I read it.
捉えようによっては一人交換日記だもんね。
The way I see it, what you're writing is just an exchange diary with yourself. Damn. So she just believes that he has DID.
まそんなこと私には関係ないからどうでもいいんだけど。
Well, since it has nothing to do with me, I don't really care. Da, 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 da.
それよりも
But more importantly,
悟誰かに狙われてるみたいじゃん。
Satoru, it looks like someone is after you.
ねえ犯人のことなんだけどさ、
And about this culprit.
小鳥という人格が無関係だとしても、彼女の中には凶暴な別の人格が潜んでいるのかもしれない。
You wrote,
Even if the Otori personality is uninvolved, there's another more ferocious personality lurking within her.
I am honestly hurt.
可能性は高いと言えるだろ
You can probably say that the probability is high.
う。なんてことが書いてあった。
Or something like that. Whatever. It wasn't that interesting.
でもね、私は全く関係ないから。
But you know what? I'm not even the tiniest bit involved in this.
悟なんか殺しても何の得にもならないし。
Since I'd have nothing to gain by killing you, Satoru.
でしょ
Right.
だけどお前は言うべ、刺すのと刺されるのどっちが好きって。
But didn't you say to stab or to be stabbed? Which do you prefer? Last night.
Oh, come on. That's just my sense of humor.
そんなこと真に受けちゃってるの？
Did you really take that seriously?
あんなのただの冗談に決まってるじゃん。
I was right. That was just a little joke.
それとも何？
Or perhaps.
悟は本気で私が犯人だってそう思ってるわけ？
Do you really believe I'm the culprit, Satoru? I am seriously the reddest red herring to ever herring. My god.
いや、
No.
I shake my head slightly.
それって私のこと信じてくれるって意味？
Does that mean you trust me? This time I nod.
素直でよろしい。
I see. I like it when you're honest.
それじゃあ犯人のこと教えてあげちゃおっかな。
Who is the culprit? Is it the same person who also made her kill her son, like Yamogi's son and her son like so many years ago? Well then, shall I tell you about the culprit now?
Huh?
私心当たりがあるんだよね。
I picked up a couple of clues.
真犯人が誰なのかなんとなく分かっちゃったんだ。
I more or less understand who's really behind it. I brushed the bridge of my nose with a fingertip. I gotta say, Hotori has quickly become one of my favorite characters. I love her personality. I brushed the bridge of my nose with a fingertip. I look into Hotori's eyes. I choose my next words carefully.
それは誰なんだ。
And who might that be?
Hotori points straight at me and declares it.
あなた
You. Oh. Okay. So, my original theory that it might not be Enomoto, but my original theory that Satu's mind here is not actually the original owner of this body might actually be true. And the third person swapping in is not the evil Uni, but the true owner of the Satu body. And we do not know what the Satu we know, his original body and name, were. You. My heart stops. I'm so dumbfounded that I forget to breathe. But if this is the case, so is the third person at the third location, are they controlling the swaps? Like, it looks like they never go into Kokodo, right? They just go into Satoru. And Satoru only goes into Kokodo. So, by that logic, the third person only goes into Satoru, but that means that wouldn't Kokodo ever go into the third person at times? And we never even get to see that. My field of vision begins to distort.
Ooh, what the hell?
言ってんだよお前
What the hell did you just say?
I managed to wring my answer from my paralyzed throat.
サトル、今朝ダイニングの床に倒れてたでしょ？
Satoru, didn't you collapse in the dining area this morning?
マオソガイ剤と DMT 飲んじゃったんだよね。
You ingested the MAO inhibitor and the DMT, didn't you?
あの薬を飲んだのはあなた自身なんだよ。
And the person who took them is you yourself. Hotori continues. Putting it all together, this is their explanation. First off, it seems that Hotori originally had MAO inhibitor and the DMT. This morning, after she woke up, Hotori suddenly felt uneasy about Enomoto's corpse and came down to the basement. There, she said she discovered that dimly lit room. The door had been left open after the scuffle with Enomoto. She went inside. There was another room through there housing a generator and medicine cabinets. After discovering the MAO inhibitor and the DMT, she tried to take them back to her room. Why she did such a thing goes without saying. She's quite familiar with the MAO inhibitor and DMT. She knew what would happen if she took them. After fasting for 48 hours, she wanted to try experiencing their effects firsthand. Really? Damn. Oh god. Damn. Hotori is so cool. Fucking hell. Jeez. Did she want to go on a trip? Jesus Christ. Damn, I wish we got to see more of Hotori. I don't know why she barely interacted with Kokodo. I don't know, why did she never talk when Kokodo was out there? In other words, this is what happened. She left the small room carrying the 2 bottles close to her chest. She climbed the stairs back up to the dining area. Here, her explanation grows a little vague.
私そこで意識を失っちゃったの。
Oh. Huh. I lost consciousness there.
次に気がついた時には目の前にサトルが倒れてた。
Huh. When I came to, I saw Satoru lying on the floor.
すぐそばには2本の空き瓶が転がってて。
So who is the third person, if they exist? Which I'm pretty sure they do, because we're running out of culprits. Trying to kill. Are they trying to kill Kokodo? Or are they trying to kill this not Satoru. With the 2 empty bottles right next to you.
だから私は
So I assumed I'd taken the drugs, it seems. Immediately after, Utsumi came out of her room, and Otori promptly ran away, she says. If Utsumi had found out she'd stolen the drugs, things could have gotten ugly.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Wait a minute.
じゃあお前はそれを直接目撃したわけじゃないんだな。
Then you didn't witness it directly, did you?
でも周りには誰もいなかったし
Well, I mean, there wasn't anyone else around.
サトルが飲んだとしか考えられないよ
I can only think that you drank them, Satoru.
ごめん
Sorry.
サトルじゃなくて心って人格のことね
Not Satoru, but the Kokodo personality. Right?
心が
Kokodo did.
I asked that almost as a reflex, but I already anticipated it. You know, it would actually be pretty crazy if Satoru actually did have DID, and that's the reason why we sometimes lose him in his body, because his DID is switching, but we don't get to see that, like when he's swapped into his DID person, and the scientific body switch is a completely different kind of swap that we don't see, that we do see. So that's another possibility. I asked that almost as a reflex, but I already anticipated it. If Otori is right, then of course it was the other personality, Kokodo, who drank it.
だから多分他の犯行も全部心って人格がやったんじゃないかな
I don't like how you're trying to pin everything on Kokodo, Hotori. But she doesn't even realize about the third person, if they exist. So I figured that meant all the other crimes were probably the work of the Kokodo personality as well. No, you're wrong. That's wrong. So did Wachigaoyo. I think that immediately. In the bathtub incident, sure, Kokodo might have thrown herself in. What about the clock tower? That was before any space-time transfer had occurred. Furthermore, my left arm. That can't be explained either. I resolve myself and ask Kotori about it. She answers readily.
自傷行為だったんじゃない
Wasn't that just self-mutilation?
サトルってこう言っちゃなんだけど頭普通じゃないでしょ
Oh, damn. Come on, don't say it like that, Hotori. Satoru, I hate to say it, but don't you have a couple of screws loose?
サトルの中にはそういう衝動があるんじゃないのかな
Couldn't you have those impulses inside you?
だから自分で自分の左腕をバッサリと
That's why you took your own left arm and...
ああごめんまた間違えちゃった
sorry, I made the same mistake again.
サトルじゃなくて心がってことね
Not Satoru, but Kokodo, right? My left arm. That's right, the wound is on my left arm. But Kokodo is left-handed. Her doing it herself doesn't add up. As I lose myself in my thoughts, Hotori continues.
それからバスタブのこと
And about the bathtub.
サトル湯船の中で溺れてたんでしょ
Satoru, you're nearly drowning your tub, right?
もしかしたら心の人格の中には自殺願望みたいなものがあるんじゃないのかな
What if the Kokodo personality has suicidal impulses or something?
自傷と自殺
Self-mutilation and suicide.
とにかく自分自身に対する破壊衝動破滅衝動みたいなものがサトルの中にはあって
Anyway, there's something like an urge to destroy or ruin yourself within you, Satoru.
じゃない心の中に
No,
はある
in Kokodo, God damn it, I swear one day I will get this right. In Kokodo. as if she's implying it's in my heart. Ah, that's very interesting. Or maybe that's exact. Damn, Satoru, she's really gonna try to convince you of that Kokoto is fake after all this scientific explanation about the swapping you just heard. The real criminal isn't Kokoto, but my mind. My mind is right-handed. The inside of my head is dyed white. I can't think. When I come to my senses, Hotori is already gone. I've left all myself in my room. Yeah, I think that's a good possibility to keep track of, is that Satoru himself having DID would definitely be a good explanation for everything else that hasn't been explained, or most things rather. Present time 9:45 p.m. Night has long since fallen. I took the DMT at 8 this morning. 12 hours have already passed. The residue of the chemical in my body has been disassembled and eliminated, and my physical malaise has subsided. My body has recovered to the point where I can jump around or do whatever else. As time passes, even the words Hotori left behind gradually fade away. I'll try to forget that quickly. Or more accurately, I want to forget it quickly. I shift my attention to other matters. I think about the shelter cabin. What are they doing right now? On this day 1 year ago. Mount Akakura should be undergoing a blizzard right now. With no fuel or rations left, how do they feel as time ticks away? In any case, I have to lead them out of the circle as soon as possible. It happened shortly after that, I think. Next transfer. Really? I don't remember this transfer. Is this... I'm guessing this is the last one? This is probably the final one. Suddenly, my surroundings change completely. Sphia vanishes and the shelter cabin takes its place. I didn't think there was one more, but I think this has got to be the last one, given what day we're on. A wave of cold immediately hits me. This is no normal cold. This is advanced cold. I feel a pain as though it's eating into my skin. My teeth chatter. Even the air I breathe out seems to freeze. No wonder there's no firewood left. Yomogi and Lin are standing in different places, trying to bear the cold. Uni is wrapped up in a blanket on the bed together with me. I remember that, yeah. The faint warmth emitting from a small body feels very reassuring. Uni is sleeping, nestled against my shoulder. I take a second look around. Nobody is talking. Nobody so much as moves a muscle. Even sustaining their breathing requires the utmost effort. I'm in a world about to be consumed by snow, ice, silence, and death. I lay Uni down slowly so as not to wake him up and stand. Like, I'm trying to think about stuff, but the Uni at Sphia, which is, I guess, the younger Uni, it's just, if it's really just 1 year in difference. Like, they have such different personalities. It's crazy. Okay, by the way, have a good sleep. Like, it just seems like completely implausible that that's the same person. Unless he was like, I don't know, taken, like, was he taken to like some kind of training camp or prison or something, and like something that completely changed him within that 1 year? Because I don't know, he just seems like a completely different person in the cabin as opposed to Sphia. I lay Uni down slowly so as not to wake him up and stand. Then I approached the window to survey the scene outside. The sky is clear, obviously since we're on Aosagi Island. Alright, I'm getting everyone out of this circle. Where to set my plan? Don't you understand, Satoru? You can't leave the circle. You will be permanently stuck in Kokodo's body if you do. And I know you don't want that. Ready to set my plan in motion, I turned towards the others. At that moment... Oh boy, Mayuzumi. Lin abruptly starts to yell. And no more, no more, no more, no more, no more! I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die! I can't die yet! At her wit's end, she moans, writhing in anguish. Not good. The way things are going, Lin will have a mental breakdown. I rush over to her. I think this, because calling out, it's going to be in Kokodo's voice, so... I sit down beside her, God damn it, and silently take her hand in mine, grasping it firmly. Her body jerks. She stops trembling. Her small hand is cold and pitifully dry. I can't bear this. Even though Lin's in this state, I haven't been able to do anything for her. Even though I once swore to protect her. And swore I'd never let her feel sad. What am I doing? What have I been doing? I'll definitely save Lin. I grip her hand a little harder.
Lin.
Lin's eyes focus on me. That hurts. Lin mutters. It hurts. Let go. Please.
Got it.
分かった
Oh, God damn it. As she wishes, I let go of her hand. Lin leans against the wall. Shivering from the cold, she hugs her body with both arms. I want to embrace her and warm her up, but I hold back. Current me is not me. To her, at least. I've had enough. Lin sounds as if she's on the verge of completely giving up. There is no hope left. No one's coming to save us. We're going to die. Her voice dissipates along with her white breath in that intense winter cold. You're wrong. I clench my fist tightly.
そんなことない
You're wrong.
I speak. As I speak, something red hot ignites in my heart. A scorching flame! A flame that makes me raise my voice to a shout, firing me
俺た
up!
ちは死なない必ず生きて帰る
We aren't gonna die. We're gonna all make it out of here.
今こんなところでくたばるわけにはいかないんだ
We don't have any time to waste here.
この暗闇から抜け出してみせる救い出してみせる
I'm gonna take you out of this hell. I can save you. I'll prove it.
全員だここにいる全員みんなを守り抜いてみせる
Everyone. I'm gonna save everyone who's here.
絶対に一人たりとも俺は死なせはしない
I won't let a single one of you die.
What are you saying? You can do that.
俺はお前を
I definitely
絶対に死なせたりなんかしない
won't let you die.
I'll save you. Without a doubt. The promise I wasn't able to keep this time. I'll keep it. Stop it already. We're going to die.
ふりなんて。
And you're still pretending to be Satoru.
本物の悟で会いたい。
I want to see real Satoru. Tears well up in Lin's eyes. The tears soak into the bed and slowly permeate the blankets. Slowly, slowly. Just then, at that moment, oh, he got a new memory back. Inside me, a certain memory slowly, slowly seeps out. For long, like a bubble on the surface of water, it pops.
ねえ、悟る？
Hey, Satoru.
悟るってば。
Hey, Satoru.
ん
Huh.
あれ、やって。
Do that.
あれ
That.
あれってなんだ
And what is that?
あれって言ったらあれよ。
Come on, when I say that, I mean that.
よく恋人同士がやる。あれ。
It's what lovers often do.
わからないかな。
You don't get it, do you? You're a true protagonist.
ぐるぐるよ。
Round and round.
は
Huh.
ぐるぐるしてほしい。
I want you to do the round and round.
ほら、よくあるじゃない？
Look, don't you see it a lot?
浜辺でぐるぐるって。
Round and round on the beach.
あれ、やってほしい。
I want you to do it. In other words, what she wanted was for her to cling to me and spin on the beach. That thingy. And with myself as the axis, I would swing Lynn round and round in the air. It's like one of those rides in an amusement park.
やだよ恥ずかしい
No way. Too embarrassing.
She's your fucking girlfriend, Satoru. That is like literally the opposite of embarrassing. Jesus Christ, man.
一人でやってろよ
Whoa! Come on, Satoru. That, wow. You're being kind of lame.
Do it yourself.
一人じゃできないから頼んでんでしょ。
Seriously, Satoru? It's because I can't do it myself that I'm asking you, dummy.
人が見てるよ俺は嫌だ
People are watching. No way am I doing that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Satoru. Wow. Could you be any more unromantic?
やりなさい。命令よ。
Do it. That's an order.
命令
An order.
そう。命令。
Yes, an order.
日本国憲法第100条1項。有機道悟は眉住凛を尊重し、擁護する義務を負う。
Article 100 of the Constitution of Japan. First paragraph. Yukido Satoru bears the obligation to respect and support Mayuzumi Lin.
日本国憲法第100条2項。有機道悟は眉住凛のあらゆる命令に対し、それを遂行する義務を負う。
Article 100 of the Constitution of Japan. Second paragraph. Yukido Satoru bears the obligation of executing Mayuzumi Lin's every order.
おいちょっと待てよ
Damn. Is she gonna sing that freaking Hatsune Miku song? Jeez. It sounds like that Hatsune Miku song was made for her. World is mine. That's what it, world is mine. Yep.
Whoa, hold it
なんだよ
right there.
憲法第100条って
What the heck is with this Article 100?
God, Satoru. It's such a contrast how unromantic he's being with Mayuzumi and how romantic he is in his conversations with Kokodo.
法学部じゃない俺にだってわかるぞ日本国憲法にあるのは第99条までだ
What a weird place to stop. You'd think they'd just make one more to get an even 100. Jeez.
I've never been to law school, but even I know that the Japanese constitution only has 99 articles.
wow. Oh my god, she really is a lawyer. She really is Franziska von Karma.
日本国憲法第100条3項結城堂悟は黛凛の発言に対してその一切を否定してはならない
Article 100 of the Constitution of Japan. A third paragraph. Yukito Satoru has no right to deny the words of Mayuzumi Lin. Hear that? It is written into our nation's history that Yukito Satoru has no rights!
だからそんな条文はないっつうの。
Like I said, there's no such article.
うるさい黙れ
Oh, be quiet.
さっさとやりなさい
Hurry up and do it!
もうやってよ
Come on, do it!
お願い
Please! Lynn stomped her foot in impatience on the verge of a tantrum. So this is what it would be like for someone to have Franziska von Karma as a girlfriend. I was so weak against her when she behaved like that. Yep. So yeah, their relationship is literally just that one Hatsune Miku-san. World is mine. I say weak, but it was more like I couldn't go against it.
たくしょうがねえな。
Really, I don't have a choice, do I?
I held Lynn tightly. Dang, this is very different from the usual Mayuzumi. What happened to her in those years, too? With the night skyline glittering like jewels behind us, I swung Lynn round and round. Guru 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 guru.
ぐるぐるぐる
Guru guru, round and round and round.
ぐるぐるぐる
Round and round and round.
こんなののどこが楽しいんだよ。
Just what's so fun?
Oh, come on, Satoru! Jesus Christ! Seriously, man? Seriously? Seriously? Mayuzumi, what do you see in this guy here? Like, it's so weird how differently Satoru acts between her and Kokudo. It's like night and day. This is really the first time we're seeing what their relationship was like.
Just what's so fun about this?
Seriously. God. Lynn laughed in extraordinarily high spirits. The world reflected in her eyes was full of happiness and joy. Like, I'm feeling sorry for Mayuzumi now that... Maybe that's why they broke up, because Satoru's like a total wet blanket here. In a world glittering like glass, in that incredibly delicate, fragile world, we kept spinning round and round. Her smiling face shined with a beautiful radiance, brighter than the light of any neon, the glimmer of any jewel. I really love that smiling Lynn. Really? Because you're not acting like it. She was beautiful, so that the fragile world wouldn't break apart. I wish for Lynn to keep on smiling. Always. Always. Through everything. However, that day arrived. January 11th, 2011. Here we go. And that world shattered. Lynn suddenly disappeared from this world.
リン
Did they quote unquote break up because she got lost on the plane? Like, he thought she died? Is that why? But she said they broke up before that.
Lynn,
俺は本物のサトルだよ。
I am the real Satoru.
浜辺でぐるぐるしただろ。
We did them round and round on the beach together, remember?
Huh?
日本国憲法第100条1項。結城堂悟は黛凛を尊重し擁護する義務を負う。
Article 100 of the Constitution of Japan, first paragraph. Akito Satoru bears the obligation to respect and support Mayuzumi Lin.
だから俺はリンを守り続ける。
That's why I'll continue to protect you.
いや違う、
No, that's not it.
俺は守りたいんだ。
I want to protect you, Lin.
どうして知ってるの？
How do you know about that?
私とサトルだけしか知らないはずなのに。
Is that something only Satoru and I should know?
だから俺がサトルだからだよ。
That's because I am Satoru.
嘘。
That's a lie.
嘘じゃない。
It's not a lie.
俺はリンが突然消えてしまったから。
Because you suddenly disappeared, I...
ねえ、もしも私が突然この世界から消えてしまったらどうする？
Hey, what would you do if I suddenly disappeared from this world?
リンのいる世界を見つけるよ。
I would search the whole world for where you were.
じゃあその世界が見つからなかったとしたら？
Oh, I'm sorry, he said,
I would search for the world where you were.
then what if you couldn't find that world?
そうだな。
Well,
多分見つかるまで探し続けると思う。
I'd probably keep on searching until I found it.
だからリンのいる世界を見つけに来たんだ。
So I came and found the world where you were, Lin.
サトル、本当にサトルなの？
Satoru, is it really you?
あ、
Yeah.
I softly touched one of the silver earrings, the ones I'd given to her as a present in Lynn's small, cute ear.
本当に俺
It's really me.
サトル、
Satoru, Satoru,
サトル、
Satoru, Satoru, Satoru. Tears spill from Lynn's eyes again. Drip, drip, falling without end. I remain silent as I stare into Lynn's eyes.
私、あなたに会いたかった。
I wanted to see you.
婚約してた彼のもと逃げ出してきたの。
I've run away from him, my fiance.
婚約？
Fiance?
お前婚約してたのか？
You were engaged?
ええ、そうよ。
Yes, I was.
私たちが別れた2010年の夏。
Oh, that was way before all that. We broke up in the summer of 2010.
あの時、私に婚約者ができたから別れたの。
I had to break up with you because of my fiance.
正確には
No, to be more accurate,
別れさせられたの。
I was forced to break up with you
だって相手は両親が勝手に決めたんですもの。
because my parents arbitrarily decided on a fiance for me. God damn it, Von Karma. That's something Von Karma would totally do to his daughter.
くだらない政略結婚よ。
Stupid political marriage of convenience. I hadn't known about her circumstances nor her reasons for the breakup. I remember how confused I was then.
初めは従うつもりだった。親には逆らえなかった。
I thought of going visit at first because I couldn't oppose my parents. But
どうしてもあなたのことが忘れられなくて。
and no matter what I did, I couldn't forget about you.
好きでもない相手と結婚するのが嫌になって。
I couldn't stand marrying someone I didn't even love.
私が好きなのは、
Wow.
愛してるのはサ だけだから。
As if when I love, so when I fell in love, it is you, Satoru.
サトルは稚内の近くにいるらしいって聞いて。
Oh my god, wow, the irony here. I heard you were near Vakanai. But wait a minute. If Satoru is the mastermind, does that mean that she was in love with the evil dude the whole time, or like, I'm getting confused now. Is the enemy gonna be somebody like Enomoto, some brand new character that we didn't even know about? Like, I'm getting really, damn. I heard you were near Vakanai.
だからあなたに会うためにあの飛行機に乗ったのよ。
So in order to see who I got on that airplane.
そうだったのか。
So that's why you were.
And then Lynn got caught up in the plane crash. Yep. Fate, rather, God sure had a sense of irony. She was coming to see me, but in doing so, she never got to see me again.
Lynn.
I stretch out my hand to stroke Lynn's hair. Then, swap him back, right? Oh no. She brushes my hand away.
リン、
Lynn.
バカみたい。
I feel so stupid.
あなたがサトルなわけないわよね。
There's no way you could be Satoru, right?
リン、
Lynn.
どこかへ行って。
Go away, Veg.
Huh?
私の前から姿を消して。
And get out of my sight. Well, I seriously doubt. The thing is, Mystery Theater, why are people being killed, and why are people trying to kill each other? If because I seriously doubt the if there's somebody swapping in trying to kill him, and kill Kokoro, and kill Satoru. Like, there's clearly a murderer here. There's clearly an antagonist. So, and I think it'd be really cheap if it was somebody we didn't know out of all these people. So, I don't know. Let's see.
私を惑わさないで。
Stop confusing me,
お願い。
please.
もしあなたが本当のサトルだったとしたら、
If you are the real Satoru,
私の言うことには従うはず。
you should obey my commands. Yep. Satoru was a total bottom bitch. You'd have to be if your girlfriend is Franziska von Karma. There's no way you're not. Seriously. I would be a lot more upset about this if Satoru didn't show his less than charming sides earlier. I would be pretty pissed off. But now it's more funny than anything else. And also, I think that there's still some things missing, such as the second person swapping into Satoru, who may or may not be just an alternate personality. You should obey my commands.
日本国憲法第100条2項。有機堂悟は、眉住凛のあらゆる命令に対し、それを遂行する義務を負う。
Article 100 of the Constitution of Japan, the second paragraph. Yukido Satoru bears the obligation of executing Mayuzumi Lin's every order.
もういいでしょ。
It's fine now. Right.
私はもう平気よ。
I've already calmed down.
暴れたりなんかしないから。
I won't go crazy like that again. After all, we've run out of food.
Huh?
Nothing, nothing.
大丈夫だから。
I'll be alright.
だから安心してどこかへ行って。
So, don't worry. And just go away for now.
Got
分
it.
かったよ。
Once Lynn proposes something, she won't change her mind. I have no choice but to quietly obey. But for now, it looks like Lynn's regained her self-control. I think she'll be able to keep her composure for a while. I leave her side. I get up from the bed and head toward the window again. The weather outside is clear, as usual. Because, it's clear because they're at, they're technically where Sphia is. Alright, we can escape at any time. Let's get everyone out of here. But before that, I decide to check outside the circle just one more time. I need to stay focused and be careful. Because, like, Ever 17 was clear because the people all died from earlier from beforehand from a disease. And there were no murders during Ever 17. While here, like, people are being actively hunted down during the story. Yeah, that's, you know, that's a good explanation, Relest, is like, she's like Asuka, but she's definitely less sympathetic than Asuka. Because Asuka, like, had really good reasons for being the way she was. Like we learned what happened to Asuka, like, while Mayuzumi, like, hasn't had any kind of reason for us to like her. Like, she had a relationship in the past with Satoru, but outside of that, we haven't been given any reason to think she's a good person. Like, at all. I really think if they wanted us to like Mayuzumi more, they should have had her do something cool or something at some point. Because clearly they're trying to, like, one thing that really struck me as odd with the story is everybody immediately forgiving Mayuzumi for just totally screwing everyone over and eating all the food, but she hasn't done anything, like, cool or even helpful to make up for that. And she's been the constant source of friction for the whole group in the cabin. It's just without anything to balance that out. And the thing is, it's unlike Asuka, who like, you know, we saw her gradually get deconstructed over the course of the story in Evangelion. And, you know, we learned why she was the way she was. And, like, whoa, okay, you feel sorry for her because she went through a lot of horrible shit. And we haven't gotten anything like that from Mayuzumi. As far as we know, she grew up in a rich household, has a successful career, and she's said and done some really awful things throughout the story. So I really do like the story, but if I had to pick out one fault I'd have with this story, is that they didn't give us enough of a good reason to like Mayuzumi. Like, to cheer for her for any reason. Like, she hasn't been helpful, she hasn't been, like, funny, except when we laugh at her for being so extreme in some cases. And like, she, I don't know, she's been antagonistic in a bad way. It's, you once met a Maizumi mega fan, really? I mean, oh, wow. I'd really like to know what their perspective was. I think more should have been done to make Maizumi likable. I think she should have had to do one thing, at least one thing to help the group out, or even be cool, like in the story. Because so far everyone else has. Because she's just been so incredibly immature. And exactly, Mystery Theater. Asuka would have had more of a reason to do. Like, Asuka was nowhere near as malicious and, like, selfish and arrogant as Mayuzumi was. Seriously. Absolutely Mystery Theater. Anyway, let's get back to the story. I need to stay focused and be careful. I open the door and step outside. I can only remain here for 33 minutes, and who knows how much he used of this talking to Mayuzumi. I don't have much time left. I forcefully kick off the floorboards inside the entrance and jump out in the snow. I trudge my way through it. My feet stick in the snow, make it impossible for me to go any faster. I probably should have just brought the three of them with me in the first place. Yes, you have! Don't leave the circle without... Oh god, no, you'll be stuck in Kokodo's body if you do that. Yeah, within the first place. No point in regretting it now, though. I'm already all the way out here. It's 110 meters. That's also true, Mystery Theater. It's 110 meters from the shelter cabin to the edge of the circle. Even with the resistance from the snow, a one-way trip should only take 5 minutes if I hurry. There's a gentle uphill slope on the way, but I've already worked that into my calculations. Like, I gotta say, another comparison which I've been making throughout this entire Let's Play is Franziska von Karma, who has a lot of unlikable traits, but, you know, as things goes on, she has a lot of really cool and badass traits too. Hell, in her debut game, she's probably very unlikable at first, but she makes up for it in the end, and as the series goes on, she just gets better and better. Until she's really cool, I think, by the time of Investigations 1 and 2. Like, it was a very similar personality, even like with the arrogance, but she backs it up in the story, and she grows and develops as well, learning things. And like none of that has been done for Mayuzumi, who is at this point is almost the exact same person, I say, as the very early Franziska von Karma, and maybe the very case she's introduced in Phoenix Wright. Like, before she has any of her development, like, before she shows any of, like, her cool sides, and, like, it's, I'd say that's the best comparison I can make. Anyway, let's get back into this. There's a gentle uphill slope on the way, but I've already worked that into my calculations. I continue trudging through the snow and up the hill. I raise my eyes to the heavens. Faint clouds drift far above, but otherwise the night sky is ironically clear. Once the space-time transfer occurs, the starry sky will be erased in an instant. Though my consciousness will remain here at Aosagi Island, so I won't be able to see it happen. I silently continue up the slope and eventually reach the edge of the circle. I knew that I found the edge because of the slight difference in elevation. The layer of fallen snow on the outside is visibly lower. The clearly defined difference between the levels of snow is a strong indicator that it was caused artificially. Oh, that's really interesting. And there he is, that thing, looking at the sea. When I raise my head, I see the same scene as I had 2 days ago. Far off in the distance, a straight line of the horizon. A myriad of twinkling stars above it, the glossy black ocean below. This is Alsagi Island, after all. After confirming it, I take a deep breath and immediately turn back the way I came. Soon after that, I catch the merest glimpse of a strange shadow out of the corner of my eye. Oh, is that the lady who died? I've only walked 10 or 20 meters from the shore. The shadow is just inside the circle. Some kind of skin-colored cloth covers it. I think it's clothing. Drawn to it, I head away from the previous path and over to it instead. Who is that? Yeah, there's the dead lady. I realize with a single glance that it's a corpse. The remains of a lone girl lie there, almost buried in the snow. I try lifting her up, but she doesn't move at all. Who could that even be? No, she's clearly past the point of being able to move. You'd call her an ice sculpture the way she is now. She's frozen solid, no longer any different from the snow that surrounds her. Only her dead face, so similar to a sleeper's, hints that there had once been life there. Her pale white skin, her face encased in ice, shines under the faint light of the stars with an almost enchanting beauty. I may be imprudent, but I almost forget about the time as I stare at her face. Of course, I can't recall ever having met her. Just who is she? There's a very subtle detail. Looks like she's wearing some kind of a poncho or something. You think it's worth saving here? You mean at the next choice, right, Serene? Just who is she? How did a girl get all the way out here in the first place? Is her finger like chopped off or some shit? Is that what you're talking? Because I thought it was buried in the snow. I don't see any details, maybe except her ponytail. Save now? Okay. Hecate. Oh wow, the queen of witches. Interesting. In mythology. Returning to my senses, I search her until I discover a wallet. The driver's license inside. Come on, just... Who is it? I draw it out and look down at it. my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Has she been swapping in the same way? Oh my god. What is, oh no, oh my god. Which, is she the personality that's inside? But then what was she doing? Then, what? Has she been swapping with the serial killer Genocide Jack? What? Oh my god. That's what's written in the name field. I'll leave her body lying there and begin to run. Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Oh my god. Is she actually the mastermind after all? Oh my god! I leave her body lying there and begin to run. Naturally, isn't as though I feel no guilt. Oh my god. Oh no. But why was she out there all this time? She's been swapping too? Oh no. Naturally, isn't as though I feel no guilt. But I no longer have the freedom to dwell on it right now. Kick up snow as I run. I practically rode down the slope back to the cabin. Fragmented thoughts race through my head. Susukage Otori. The girl's name is Otori. Though she's no longer alive, that girl's the real Susukage Otori. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. At the same time, I've got to get those three out of the circle. Chaos reigns in my head. I feel like I'm losing it. Oh my god, I forget her other name. That hasn't been used in so long. The girl who's Genocide Jack. Did Otori swap into her body? Oh my god. And he's gonna swap back right now. Just managed to hold on to my reason. I keep swinging the legs up as hard as I can. Yeah, that body was dead in Kokoda's room. Yes. Mystery Theater. At that moment, I hear something. The helicopter. A whirring, rhythmic sound rending the atmosphere. Looking up, I see the helicopter, which is on Aosagi Island. It's probably an SDF transport vehicle or something. Rotating blades are installed in two places, the front and back, keeping its heavy airframe aloft. I mean, that's what a helicopter has. This isn't Mount Akakura, it's Aosagi Island. It's not at all strange for a transport helicopter to pass overhead. But I only know that because I know the truth. Yomogi and Lin are inside the shelter cabin. As I think that, sure enough, both of them come flying out of the cabin. Panicking as though this is their last chance.
Oi! Koko da!
Hey, over here!
Kochi da!
Down here!
Save us! She's here! Over here! Where do you think we're going? They were probably drawn out by the sound of the helicopter. They waved their arms at the aircraft frantically. I can't believe they saw it. Yomogi is clutching a flashlight in one hand. Uni shows up next, staggering unsteadily. The three of them look at one another and nod. Then they take off running after the helicopter. Conveniently, that's in the direction of where I'm standing. Stand in place and wait for them to come to me. Turning my head, I follow with my eyes, breathing hard. It's pretty high up. I can tell what it is by the way it's shaped. From this distance, it's hard to make out anything else. The helicopter glides farther away through the starry sky. Eventually, the three of them reach me.
Oi! Nani yatten da yo, Fuyukawa-san!
Hey, what do you think you're doing, Fuyukawa-san?
Wakaranai no ka?
Don't you know what's going on?
Hora! Are da yo! Are! Heli!
Look over there, it's a helicopter!
Heli ga kitan da yo!
Helicopters come!
Yomogi shouts, breathing roughly. He points straight up at the helicopter overhead.
Oi! 待ってくれ
Hey, wait! Please wait!
Shouting at the top of his lungs, Himogi begins to chase after it again. Lin and Uni follow closely behind him. I continue after them as well. There's no reason not to. If they keep going like this, the three of them will probably escape the circle. Wait, the three of them? And what about me? You shouldn't. You finally realize this, Satoru? Finally? You finally realize this. That you are going to be utterly screwed if you leave the circle in Kokodo's body. What will happen to Kokodo's body? Because I think that I run on, continuing my pursuit. I catch up to Uni. As he runs side by side, he begins to speak. Satoru!
なんだ
What is it?
実は伝えなきゃいけないことが
You think? Truth is, there's something I need to tell you. Out of breath, he forces his words out bit by bit.
だからなんだよ
So what is it already?
いいサトル
Listen, Satoru.
僕らはきっとサークルの外には出れない
There's no way we'll make it out of the circle.
え
Huh?
もうすぐなんだ
It's gonna happen soon.
時空間転移が起こるのは
Space-time transfer. I glance down at my wristwatch. Hands are pointing to 10:52 p.m. Edge of the circle is still far off.
サトル落ち着いて聞いてね
Satoru, calm down and listen to me, okay?
僕らがここでこうして会うのは
How do you know that, Uni? This'll be the last time
これが最後なんだよ
that we meet like this. His words stop me in my tracks. Uni stops moving as if in response and turns to face me.
なんでかっていうと
How should I say this?
17日にならないとその次の転移が起こらないからなんだ
The next transfer won't happen until the 17th.
お前どうしてそんなことを知ってるんだ
You. How could you possibly know that?
いいから黙って聞いてよ時間がないんだから
Just be quiet and listen. We've got no time left.
次の転移が発生するのは17日の午前4時48分
The next transfer will happen on the 17th at 4:48 a.m.
繰り返すよ
Let me repeat.
次の転移が発生するのは17日の午前4時48分なんだ
The next transfer will happen on the 17th at 4:48 a.m.
だからその時までに
That's why by then. Oh, god damn it! Oh, for fuck's sake. Unmasked. Ooh.
転移か
And I bet the third person or whatever. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. Why was he being so sus before earlier, though? Like, seriously. Now he's helping out? Why didn't he say anything earlier? Why was he being so cryptic and suspicious and like, I don't know, he felt like he was trying to deliberately mislead people before. Jeez. Is there a reason he had to go about it in such a roundabout way? I hope that's explained, because apparently evil Uni ain't so evil if this is what's going on. Hold on, you guys, I have to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, but this is really exciting. Ah! Jeez. Alright, back.
Damn it. A transfer.
The starry sky disappears and the temperature around me rapidly rises. For my eyes, I can't see a thing. Did the evil dude try to drug him again? I can't see a thing. I can only feel, and it's like I'm being wrapped in something very soft. I feel human bodily warmth against my face, arms, and chest. It seems I'm being held tight by someone. No, am I the one holding them? I timidly pull my body away. I still don't know what's going on. I look up. Before me is Utsumi's gently smiling face. What?! Okay! What? Did we miss like a fucking gunfight in here or something? Did we have a freaking boss battle with Hotori? And like we completely missed it or something? What the fuck? I jump back reflexively. Utsumi meets my reaction with a puzzled stare, her eyes wide. I begin to think about the current position of my body. Does Utsumi's face being above me mean I was kneeling? Both my knees were on the floor and my face was buried in her chest. Oh my god. Oh god. Why? Why would Kokoro? This is Sophia's living area. It's not Kokoro, it's some other third person. Just as the same no always is not.
なんなんだ
What is this?
I'm shocked by the drastic alteration to the experience of the living area. Looks like we had a fucking epic boss battle here that we totally missed. Okay, without a doubt, there's a third person. Without a doubt. The sofa has been ripped to shreds. Its stuffing exposed like is there a third route after this? Like, or something? There's gotta be, apparently. After Satoru's ends, like... The sofa has been ripped to shreds, its stuffing exposed like entrails. The table has been flipped over, the chair overturned, and the computer monitor knocked to the floor. Alright, yeah, there's definitely no more swaps. The living area and the dining area used to have a glass divider between them, but... it's no more, it's been shattered to tiny pieces. The plasma display screen by the wall is full of cracks that radiate outward from its center. A huge hole gapes in the middle of it, as though it's been shot through with an enormous bullet. Yeah, seriously. It's too terrible a sight, it's a horrible scene. I'm speechless. The concept of words has completely left my head.
落ち着いた?
Have you calmed down? She asks, smiling calmly. How could you be calm? I'm still stunned at the sight of it. Despite this, the gears in my head are spinning so fast, they're about to wear out, but they aren't driving anything.
Yukido-kun, よね?
Yukido-kun, right? I slowly nod. Explain!
人格が変わったのはいつ?
When did your personality switch?
ついさっき
Just now.
立ち上がるちょっと
Just before I stood up.
From my extremely limited command of spoken language, I'm so able to pluck out the appropriate words. Jeez.
そう。
I see.
じゃあ、覚えてないのかしら?
So you don't remember anything then?
前何を
About what?
このリビングで
There's gotta be a third personality. There's gotta be. Why would they do this? Are they trying to kill somebody? So it was right after Kokodo had left, but before Satoru came back. Are Uni and quote-unquote Kotori okay? Your rampage in the living area.
あ、あれだ。
Rampage?
そうよ。
That's right.
つまりこれは
In other words, this.
心が
Kokodo did this?
You better say it's not. Kokodo did not do that. Somebody's framing Kokodo for all this fucking violence. Yes.
どうして
Why?
さあ、私には分から
Oh
ない。
god, now he's gonna think Kokodo is evil. Oh. I wonder. I have no idea.
物音に気づいた時には、すでにあなたは暴れてたから。
By the time I heard you, you were already in the middle of it.
それで、私があなたをなだめて。
And then I tried to calm you down.
抱きしめた
By holding me?
You were so extremely brave to get close to him when he was doing that. Utsumi silently nods. Why did Kokodo do such a horrible thing? Oh god. Now he's gonna think Kokodo is evil. This is not fair. No. No matter what circumstances were, I just can't understand how this level of violence was the product of her hand. Thank you, Satoru. Yet another great mystery has been born. And that isn't all that bothers me. Utsumi's attitude. As I recall, didn't she resent me for getting in the way of her plan? To a certain extent, she returned to her gentle self by this afternoon. But even then, she didn't so much as smile at me once. But it's different now. She gazes at me with eyes full of love like the Virgin Mary. I can't gauge her true intentions. Ever a mystery, an obscuring tempest of mysteries. I can't understand any of this. But I've gotten quite used to never getting decent answers.
ちょっと一人にさせてくれ
Sorry. But let me be alone for a while.
When that weak utterance, I moved to take my leave. But I stop at once and turn back.
そういえばほとりとユニは
Come to think of it, where are Otori and Uni?
Hiding in terror from you.
Oh, that makes sense.
逃げたわ。
They ran away.
二人一緒にユニくんの部屋へ。
They went into Uni's room together.
そうかありがとう
Is that so? Thank you.
I don't dare question her any further. The fact that they ran away probably means that Kokodo hadn't just attacked inanimate objects, but people as well. How could this have happened? I drag myself to my room with heavy feet. What really happened to Kokodo? It's the only thing passing through my mind right now. Just what had happened right before the transfer. I checked the notepad, but there aren't any new messages there. I wanted to know what happened at Sphia while I was away. Besides reading Kokodo's messages and asking the others, I had no way of knowing. Should I try asking Uni and Hotori? But I don't really feel up to it. It's as plain as day what happened with them. There is another way. The friggin' security cameras. It'd be great if there was another way. A way to check what happened before the transfer. Just then I remember something. Enomoto's words.
そんなに知りたいのなら後で見せてやる。
If you want to know that badly, I'll show you later.
ちょうど先ほどデータを整理したんでね。
I just finished organizing all the data a short while ago.
データ
Data?
Now that I think about it, there's surveillance equipment set up in the small room. Which means... Wouldn't data refer to the footage that the surveillance cameras captured? The machine in the small room might store all of it. I leave for that room right away. Door to the room has been left open. Okay, good. The room's still active. Passing through it, I stand before the console. Computer is still on as well. The OS seems no different from usual. Sit at the terminal and begin to type. I'm able to retrieve the video surveillance data with ease. For the time being, I try playing the footage from the camera in the living area. It flickers to life on the main overhead monitor. I watch intently. Sunday, January 15th, 2012. Time, 10:18 p.m. Location, living area. I see myself on screen, engrossed in conversation with Uni. The camera plate doesn't have a microphone because I can't hear any sound. I have no memory of this. Okay, so here he's gonna find out about the third personality. Which means that the body I'm seeing was being controlled by Kokoto's consciousness. Alright, here we go. Uni moved his lips as though muttering something. My body also opened its mouth. Uni gave a small nod. He squeezed his palm shut. My body drew closer to Uni. Uni slowly began backing away. An expression of fear formed on his childlike face. Fear, followed by sorrow. Tears started to well up from behind his glasses. And then, for a time, the two stood still and looked at each other. The silence continued. Eventually, Uni raised one arm. Extending a finger, he pointed straight at my body. Yep, that's it. Uni's lips just barely moved. Then immediately after that, what was it thinking? My body suddenly struck Uni. Oh no! Uni's small body was knocked to the floor. And then, as if it hadn't had enough, my body rolled itself on top of Uni with great force. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. My body began to squeeze Uni's thin neck. Who is this evil person doing this? Swapping in. At that moment, Hotori suddenly appeared from the corner of the screen. Hotori had a boss battle with the evil version of Satoru. Hotori circled around from behind my body, wrapped her arms around his hips, and began pulling with all her might. It looks as though she was trying to tear my body away from Uni. My body turned around and threw Hotori to the floor. Since their mouths were open wide, does that mean they were yelling? And thus, an act of shocking brutality opened before my eyes. My body tore apart the sofa, grabbed the ashtray from the table, and aimlessly hurled it away. It hit the plasma to play straight on. The fragments of the screen exploded into the air. Can you guys hear the music okay? I just want to make sure. It swung the chair around, kicked over the table, and grabbed the computer monitor, yanking at it until it tore free of its wires. Still gripping the monitor, it used it to demolish the glass partition between the two rooms. It's one unbearable sight after another. My body went into a violent fit, tearing around the room like a wild beast.
これが
This is...
冬川心の正体。
No! 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 Come on, no, 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 no,
Fuyukawa Kokoda's true nature.
no! No! The screen now shows the panicking figures of Uni and Hotori as they tried to escape. They ran into Uni's room hand in hand. Taking no notice of their disappearance, My body only slipped further and further into its own rampage. It's almost as if my body was trying to validate its own existence. As if it was clumsily trying to assert itself. My body loved this world but hated it at the same time. Is it a Blickwinkle? Or is it like a newly created Blickwinkle or something? My body loved this world but hated it at the same time. My body was playing with the world. My body screamed out loud, then it wept. My body was struggling as if it was doing all it could to destroy this world. And eventually, my body exhausted itself and slept. And Utsumi's bosom. Jeez. It means titty. Oh, we even get a CG of this part. Utsumi seems to pity my body, but at the same time, she seemed to love it as well. With her warmth, she forgave everything, accepted everything with the magnanimity of a goddess. Or at least that's how the video on screen makes me feel. My body was sleeping in Utsumi's embrace, peacefully, as if dozing beneath the early spring sunlight. There wasn't a hint of the deranged behavior from a moment before. Utsumi held my body close to her chest, with the half-closed eyes of the Virgin Mary, an artless smile on her face. January 16th, the 6th day. Another shadow. Here we go. The clear blue sky stretches before me. A freezing wind whistles along the ground. I breathe in a lungful of fresh air and savor its piercing chill. Monday, January 16th, 2012. Present time, 7:49 a.m. 24 hours until the final swap. Or less than that, actually. Everything is gradually coming to an end. The proposition I called R. Some parts of it still remained unanswered. I'm not sure, Mystery Theater. Why Utsumi specifically? It seems like she's just that kind of person. Getting close to the ending? What? How? That doesn't make any sense. But I have no time to deal with them one by one. For now, I've got to concentrate on breaking free from the space-time transfer phenomenon as fast as possible. According to Enomoto, space-time transfer is a phenomenon that only carried out in the 110-meter radius of a sphere. The space-time SDTP is when every last bit of matter contained in the sphere completely changes between location A in the past and B in the future. But for some reason, the consciousness of Kokoto and I alone ended up dissociating from our bodies and remained in place. Then the consciousness of Kokoto and me, having lost the vessels called bodies. Each possesses a vessel which has freshly arrived as a substitute. Myself in Kokoto's body and Kokoto in mine. I was thinking that, Mystery Theater, that if it's her son, I had that same thought, but how would that even be possible? That wouldn't make any sense at all. Like, he was just an ordinary patient at the hospital and he was just killed. Like, maybe he reminds her of the son. Like, I don't know. Myself in Kokodo's body and Kokodo in mine. Therefore, in order to stop the phenomenon, I simply have to leave the 110-meter radius of the circle. If I leave the circle, my body will no longer be transported to the Mount Akakura of the past. Of course, my consciousness won't dissociate either. As for Kokodo as well, since the substitute vessel, my body, won't come to Mount Akakura, her consciousness shouldn't separate. Providing that everything Enomoto told me was the truth. Well, there's nothing I can do but believe him. So then what happens now? If a space-time transfer occurs after I've left Aosagi Island's circle, Kokodo's consciousness and body will both end up leaping here to Aosagi Island. In other words, no more personality transfers. Yeah, that would so far set up everything. And then they could all safely be on Aosagi Island forever, since nobody would be at the cabin. And just like Yumogi and the others, she'd jump through time with her mind and body intact. Shelter Cabin of 2011 would appear in Aosagi of 2012. After that, I, who remained outside the circle, would go into the Shelter Cabin, collect everybody, and lead them out of the circle. As a result, they'd all end up in the future. But this isn't the time to be picky. Well, that's fine, considering the newspaper said they died anyway, so... There's no time paradoxes here. If they remain in the Shelter Cabin any longer, they'll all get caught in the avalanche and die just as history dictates. Their lives hang in the balance. A little time leap is trivial against the weight of human life, and at least it's only 1 year and not 17 years. With this, all my objectives on Mount Akakura will be taken care of in one fell swoop. Now, what about things at Sphia? Yesterday, the Uni of the Shelter Cabin told me
次
this.
の転移が発生するのは17日の午前4時48分なんだ。
Next transfer will happen on the 17th at 4:48 a.m.
だからその時までに
And that's why, by then what? A transfer occurred right here at the most important moment, so I didn't get to hear the rest. He probably wanted to say, by then you have to do something, blah 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 blah. Or something along those lines. But I haven't a clue what it is I'm supposed to be doing. He couldn't have meant get everyone in Sphia out of the circle, could he? Utsumi and Uni are no problem, but there's no way I can just let a psychotic murderer who killed 12 people go free. With that said, if the exchange phenomenon isn't going to end in the near future, then leaving the three of them behind in Sphia isn't a good idea either.
たく、どうすりゃいいんだよ。
Jeez, what should I do?
In any case, I still have time until then. Until that moment comes, I decide to refrain from doing anything careless. I draw another deep breath of fresh air into my lungs. My exhalation sparkles white before vanishing with the wind. I inspect Utsumi, Hotori, and Yuni's rooms. Nothing is particularly out of place. It's already about 8, and all three of them are still sound asleep.
それにしても、
At any rate,
I stand in the middle of the living area.
ここまでするかよ、普通。
what would drive you to do this?
No, no, no. I involuntarily muttered those words as I surveyed the decimated room. Oh my god. It's literally that fucking meme. From, I think, Eric Andre, I think. Oh my god. Oh my god. I bet once we know who the real culprit is, somebody has gotta have made that meme. Oh my god. Like, with who it is, because that's too perfect.
Why would Fuyukawa Kokoto do this?
Oh my god. For her to be pushed this far, something terrible must have happened. The trigger was probably that conversation with Uni. Right in the middle of their conversation, Kokoto in my body had suddenly attacked Uni. No, she didn't! Those events were clearly recorded. I'd seen the video last night in that small underground room. What in the world did Uni say to her? I look down at the shattered glass and shake my head.
My god.
In any case, this makes Fuyukawa Kokoto's potential for brutality clear. It's no wonder she's also the one who stabbed Enomoto to death. Oh no! No! There's probably a certain trigger for her violent outbursts. When that sets her off, she loses all control, and an insane personality suddenly takes over.
人格
Personality.
表変
Suddenly takes over. Here we go. Here we go. Something in the back of my mind is nagging at me. I don't know what it is. Come on. Anyway, I'll ask Uni about that talk with Kokoto once he wakes up. Having more or less made up my mind, I returned to my room. At that point, I noticed something in the corner of the room. A crumpled scrap of paper. Pick it up and unfold it. Crude and familiar handwriting. A message from Kokoto. A message I've yet to read and has been written there. It's Kokoto. There's something strange going on with your body. What happened? Did someone make you take poison? Here we go. Here we go. Please tell me. Please tell me, even if it's brief. I don't want to die. I don't want you to die either, Satoru. What should I do? What should I do to help? I'm scared. I'm very, very scared. I have no idea why this is happening. I don't even know what will happen 5 minutes from now. I don't know who I can believe in either. Satoru? The third person destroyed this note. Oh my god! I want to meet you. Even a single glance is fine, but I want to meet you. Because the one reflected in that mirror isn't you. It's me. I want to meet the you that's really you. Because there's no one I can believe in but you, Satoru. I want you to tell me that everything's alright. Chick Magnet Satoru here. I want you to tell me that there's nothing to worry about. Judging from the contents, she must have written this yesterday afternoon. While the DMT was racking my body. There are parts here and there where the ink has run. They've been wrinkled from moisture and dried out with traces of tears. I touch them with my fingertips. Her fear, her hopelessness, her sadness, they all permeate through my fingers.
Kokoto.
Oh my god, something aches deep within my chest. What's happening to her right now? Yesterday outside the shelter cabin, Imogi and Lynn had chased after a helicopter. From what I saw of it, it was probably a self-defense force transport helicopter or something. It just happened to pass over the skies of the Yasagi Island in 2012. And of course, they had no way of knowing that. They were convinced it was a rescue team, so they chased after it. That was probably the best chance I had to bring them out of the circle. However, just before we reached the edge of the circle, a transfer. What happened to them after that? Did they stand there dumbfounded, staring blankly up at the empty sky? Well, something like that. If a helicopter were to suddenly vanish like that, you couldn't help but doubt your own eyes. Then what happened? Did they give up and return to the shelter cabin, or...?
まさか
There's no way.
Did they continue chasing that helicopter and leave the circle in Ma'akakura?
いやないな
No,
それはない
no way. They couldn't have.
According to history, they should be caught in an avalanche at Location X, early on the morning of the 17th. Whatever the circumstances, they couldn't have spent an entire day wandering out in the snowy mountain, only to turn up at Location X, right? Even if one of them had suggested it, as long as they had a pro mountaineer like Yomogi with them, I don't think they'd do such a reckless thing. And even if they did leave the circle, they should have returned to the shelter cabin by now. That's what I believe. Moreover, helicopter was flying west in the first place. On the contrary, Location X is... Just to be safe, I take the magazine out from under the mattress. I open it to the feature on the Halicrash.
やっぱりそうか
As I thought.
According to the rough map on the page, Location X, where the bodies were discovered, was to the east of the shelter cabin. Since they were running to the west, this means to reach Location X, they'd have to turn back at some point. There's no reason they'd go out of their way to get there. And they must have returned to the shelter cabin. They must have. I have no way of knowing for sure, so all I can do is hope for the best. Working to convince myself, I flipped through the pages of the magazine. At the end of the article, there's a list of all the Halicrash victims. Full names of all 31 people on board. Their names are all there. Oh my god! What if, oh my god, what if she's there too? But there's another name I know well. Suzukage Hochori. But she left the... Oh my god. Was she also caught in the swaps? She must have been. Oh my god. What was the detail on her that I didn't see? Oh my god. What if it wasn't Uni who was swapping alongside Kokudo, but Hochori? Oh my god. So... Interesting. But does that mean she was swapping in and out of a dead body? Or was she like barely hanging on all this time? What if Kokudo only saw the Hotori personality, and Satoru only sees the Inabushi Keiko personality?
Hotori.
鈴鹿ほとり
Suzukage Hotori.
I unintentionally speak out loud. You rang. I'll check the CG gallery when I stop, but I want to keep going for now. And if I think about it calmly, then there isn't much to be surprised about. It's completely normal for Suzukage Otori to be on that list. Okay, here's the CG again. I'm trying to see it. What about her here? Jeez. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what the detail is. Is it that she only has a bit of snow on her? Oh, hello, Hala Mirage. Well, of course she has a different hair color than Inabushi Keiko. I mean, that's obvious. But, God, I am looking, Is it about her hand, or, like... Is it about the amount of snow on her? Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't see anything that... Like, I don't see any kind of wound on her. I found her body within the circle of the shelter cabin. In the part of the snowy Mount Akakura. Got a good look at her cold, frozen body with my own two eyes. Well, with Kokoda's eyes, but... Then why was she lying out there? Don't even think about it. Suzukage Otori was one of the passengers on flight HAL 18. And the lightweight clothes she was wearing, I think she wasn't planning on scaling Mount Akakura. And her name is printed on this page anyway. That's what I'm thinking. She probably survived the crash somehow, found herself alone in the middle of a blizzard, and began wandering around just like Yomogi and the others. Fishing for help, for a warm place, but she never found it. But a lone woman under those conditions couldn't be that strong. With those clothes, there's no way she could have endured the snowstorm. Sometime after finally setting foot inside the circle, all her strength deserted her and she collapsed. But then how does Inabushi Keiko know about her? Time passed, and on January 17th, she was discovered by the rescue team. Her corpse was retrieved just like those of the other victims. I don't think I'm far from the truth. That's what happened to the body of Suzukage Otori. Normally, her death would be something to mourn. But an abnormal phenomenon is at work here. That is the space-time transfer. That's the way I define it. Suzukage Otori isn't dead yet. She's alive. Just borrowing the body of Inabushi Keiko. Well, that's another possibility. That she swapped into Keiko and Keiko died. That Keiko's mind is dead inside her body. That's certainly possible. But then how is she all up to speed about things in Spia? How come she's not really super confused? In short, this is how it goes. The first space-time transfer occurred sometime past 8:30 p.m. on January 11, 2011. By that time, Suzukage Otori's body was already inside the circle, lying in the snowfield. However, she wasn't dead. She was still breathing, if just barely. And then a transfer. Suzukage Otori's consciousness was dissociated from her body. I'm not sure why, but when you consider that Kokoto and I are in the very same situation, it's not unthinkable. Just as my consciousness enters Kokoto's body and Kokoto's enters mine, Suzukage Otori swapped with Keiko. It goes without saying that Inubushi Keiko's body must have been an empty vessel at the time. Therefore, logic would dictate that Inubushi Keiko must have been separated from her body as well. Me and Kokoto, Kokoto and me, Inubushi and Otori, and Otori and Inubushi. After the transfer, things continued like that for 33 minutes. During which Inubushi Keiko probably passed away. Trapped in another person's body, she died. Now, there's no reason to assume she died during the first 33-minute period, that's true. Second, third, or the fourth could have been any of the early transfers. The result would have been the same. Anyway, Inubushi Keiko's consciousness met its death while in Suzukage Otori's body. But we do know that you can swap into a dead body, based on that one bad ending from Kokoto's side. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Theater, you and I said that at the exact same time. Anyway, Inubushi Keiko's consciousness met his death while in her Suzukage Otori's body. Judging from the corpse I saw yesterday, I'm certain it's been a while since she died. Just like that, she couldn't have held out in a blizzard for more than a few hours. In July of 2009, Inubushi Keiko murdered 12 innocent people, one of whom was Junichi-kun. In the frigid snow, unable to so much as move a finger, she died. I can't help but feel it's a fitting end for her. So then what happened to Suzukage Otori after she was transported to Inubushi's body? She lost the body on the other side, her original. It served as the counterpart in the exchanges. Otori had no vessel to transfer into. If that vessel disappeared from the circle, her consciousness wouldn't dissociate from it. Meaning, from that point on, Otori hasn't experienced any personality transfers, which brings us here. Most likely from here on out. She'll have to live the rest of her life as Inubushi Keiko. That sucks. The fate she's been handed as a price for her life. I wonder what she's thinking now. Obviously, she doesn't seem too beaten up about it. Is she accepting this completely changed new self? She must have realized it by now. But she doesn't show any sign of being upset, and she even behaves calm and composed, so there's more to that than meets the eye going on here. Just what kind of person is the true Suzukage Otori? She killed the rat in an instant, warped her cheeks like she was bored, and played with my heart and gave me a fearless smile. Thinking back on it, she actually seemed to be enjoying her awful fate quite a bit. This harsh reality amuses her. The mind of Suzukage Otori might be far more frightening than Inubushi Keiko's. She's a bigger threat than I thought. Okay, you guys. And with that, I don't know how many streams will be left in this. But damn, this is getting more and more interesting. There's still so much we don't know. Seriously, you guys. Whew! We are getting close to the end of Satu's side. Oh my god, there's so much we don't know still. Like, wow. I'm just trying to think, like, sorry, how does the cabin uni know about this? And like, oh my god, I'm like, does anyone roughly know how many more streams it'll take? Because I just really want the answers. I really want to know what happens. God. Oh, wow. Okay, you guys. It's Tuesday, so on Thursday we'll have more tales, and we'll continue this on Friday. I cannot wait. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.